if you haven't heard, oh wait, start the segment. Hi YouTube. If you like the video, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you haven't. Like and also like the video too. You know, we vibing over here. We're vibing. We're grinding. We're doing all kind of dope ass shit, man. Dope ass shit. But back to the video. Uh, so if you haven't heard, uh, Travis Scott had a concert Friday, I believe, and in that show, about 8 people have died from ranging from uh, 14 years old to I think 24, which is very young, and a lot of people putting blame on Travis Scott, which I can see why you're putting blame on Travis, but I don't know if we have enough to go on to blame Travis Scott, but we're here to learn, and that's what we're about to do. So, and here I have an article pulled up on Yahoo Entertainment called Travis Scott AstroWorld Festival Tragedy, What We Know So Far. So, the AstroWorld Festival tragedy in which 8 concertgoers died after being injured during Travis Scott's Houston show is currently under investigation and multiple lawsuits have been filed. This played out at NRG Park at about 9:30 p.m. on Friday night, the first of a 2-day event in Scott's hometown. As a large crowd pushed toward the front of the stage for a reason that is still unknown, it's one of the deadliest crowd-controlled disasters in the United States, remaining some of the 11 people who died in the Who concert stampede in 19 reminding some of the 11 people who died in the Who concert stampede in 1970s. 7 of the 8 victims have been identified. Axel Acosta, 21, a junior at Western Washington University in Bellingham, who traveled alone to the show. Danish Baig, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, 27, who's trying to save his fiancée from being trampled. His brother said John Hilgert, 14. This one's the most sad. A freshman at a Memorial High School near Houston. Jacob E. Jurnick, 20, a junior at Southern Illinois University. Carbondale, who was his best friend at the show. Franco Patino, 21. Franco Patino, a 21, a senior at the University of Dayton in Ohio. Rudy Pena, 23, a student at Lorendo College in Lorendo, Texas, who attended a show with a friend. Brianna Rodriguez, 16, a student at Heights High School in Houston. Damn, 16. What I know from this article is a little dated, that the 8th victim has been identified. I don't remember the name, but if you look it up, that all 8 victims have been identified at this time. But yeah, man, this sucks. Like, imagine dying at a Travis Scott concert. Like, I'm not joking around, but that is like, imagine that shit. That shit is crazy. Like, imagine going to like an artist that you love his music, seeing him perform, and then you go there expecting to have a really, really good time, just fun, hang out, forget about anything in your life, forget about like not consequences, but like bad shit going on in your life, and then just being trampled to death and being squished to death. Cause that shit would suck so much. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's pretty much. Well, that's not pretty much of it, but it's pretty much for that part. Over 300 people were injured in total, including a 10-year-old who was treated at the hospital. On Monday, the Grammy-nominated rapper 30 said he would cover the cost of the 8 funerals for those who died at his show. He also said he partnered with BetterHelp to supply free online therapy to attendants in need and will provide full refunds for attendees who bought tickets to AstroWorld. Scott has also canceled his appearance this weekend at Day in Vegas Festival, a source told Variety. Oh shit. That Scott is too distraught to play. Meanwhile, at least 3 lawsuits were filed on behalf of people who claimed they were injured in the AstroWorld Festival, which Scott found in 2018. One civil suit brought by plaintiff Christian Paredes filed against Scott, surprise performer Drake, real name Aubrey Graham, and venue entertainment company Live Nation. It claims the rappers incited the crowd and the entertainment company failed to provide adequate security and medical services. Paredes suffered severe bodily injuries, is seeking $1 million in damages. Scott Live Nation and concert promoter Scoremore are defendants in another suit, also seeking $1 million in damages on behalf of Manuel Souza. That suit claims Souza suffered serious bodily injuries when the uncontrolled crowd at the concert knocked him to the ground and trampled him. The incident was a predictable and preventable tragedy. Also, civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump filed a lawsuit on behalf of survivor Noah Gutierrez due to horrific accounts of the terror and helplessness people experienced. What caused the surge while Scott, who founded the festival in 2018, was performing in front of some 50,000 people is still unclear, but concert goers describe a chaotic scene where people from the back trying to rush to the front that set off a mass panic with people trampling each other. Scott, who has said he didn't understand the severity of the situation, continued to perform amid the melee. While people reportedly screamed, "Stop the show," he commented on what he saw. "There's an ambulance in the crowd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all know what you came to do." He went to perform for more than 30 minutes. Ooh. Need to like spit this shit out, man. Multiple videos showed fans dancing on top of the emergency vehicles as they were trying to help unconscious people, and Scott continued on stage. Houston Police Chief Tony Finner, who said his department had 528 officers on the scene along with 755 nation's security guards, and said there are a lot of narratives about what happened, but asked that y'all give us time to do a proper investigation. There you go. That's what I'm doing. I don't know whose fault this is, but I am waiting for more evidence before blaming people, because I have seen a lot of people directly blame that Travis Scott and said this is his fault, which I do believe maybe he could have done something better. I mean, not something better, but could have done better from what I have seen. But again, I'm not gonna directly blame anybody in this situation just because we don't really know and it just happened. We need to wait at least like a couple more days to officially start putting the blame on people. He said, "Now this is now a criminal investigation that's going to involve our homicide division as well as narcotics, and we're going to get down to the bottom of it." The narcotics being a security guard claimed he felt a prick in his neck and he was administered Narcan. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner also asked for patience, saying this is a very, very active investigation and will probably be at it for quite some time to determine exactly what happened. Scott has previously been charged twice for inciting incidents at his concerts, which are known for mosh pits and stage diving. This right here, though, is also a thing why me personally, I won't directly blame Travis Scott, but I also don't blame people for directly blaming him because he has done bad shit like before during his concerts. Like, there's a video later that I have pulled up that directly shows him telling the audience members to beat another concert goer's ass for trying to take his shoe, which is pretty fucked up because those people are like in a mental state where they don't really know what they're doing, so they could have killed that person, and like no one deserves to die because of a shoe. You know, shoes are not that important to kill someone for. Scott broke his silence on Saturday, saying he's absolutely devastated by what took place and noting fully cooperating with the investigation. Give me this shit. I'm absolutely devastated by what took place last night. My prayers go out to the families and all those impacted by what happened at AstroWorld Festival. Houston PD has my total support as they continue to look into the tragic loss of life. I'm committed to working together with the Houston community to heal and support the families in need. Thank you to Houston PD, Fire Department, and NRG Park for the immediate response and support. Love you all. That is what he said there. Scott seems shocked addressing his fans in a later video, which of course he would want anyone injured to get help. He said he could never imagine the severity of the situation. We will watch this a little bit later. Not right now. I want to finish this article real quick. Okay, never. His pregnant girlfriend Kylie Jenner was at the show with her daughter and said on social media, "Travis and I are broken and devastated. I wanted to clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out the show, and in no world would have continued filming and performing." Now, this is one of the issues I have with this story is why the fuck do we care about what Kylie Jenner has to say? I'm sorry. Was Kylie Jenner like a huge part of this? No, she wasn't. So why are like headlines? I know why, because she's a big figure, but like this has nothing to do with her. So why are you like specifically like making her like one of the main focuses of this shit? Even though she barely had anything to do with the situation. Okay, let's watch this video.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, you know. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, you know, everyone to, you know, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, you know, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Oh, that is his response video, which most people don't accept that, which of course I can also see. He does sound like he doesn't give a shit in that video. He definitely could have done way better at a apology answer to that, but yeah, that did not seem like the best of moves to do. Travis, not the best of moves. But here, I want to watch this Philip DeFranco video, just the first part about just the AstroWorld, because it has more information or just more videos on it.
We need to talk about and break down the absolute insanity of Travis Scott's AstroWorld Festival in Houston.
And put this
So we're talking about 50,000 people in attendance. Right now, there's an investigation still underway to try and figure out what the hell happened. But what we do know is that chaos actually began early in the day when fans began storming the entrance of the event. Things apparently then getting even worse when Travis took the stage around 9 p.m. Houston Fire Chief Sam Pena telling reporters, the crowd, for whatever reason, began to push and surge towards the front of the stage, which caused the people in the front to be compressed. They were unable to escape that situation, with police actually declaring the concert a mass casualty situation at 9:38 p.m., but Travis Scott still performed until around 10:10 p.m. Right, we're talking about at least 8 dead and estimated 300 injured of those who died.
God, 300 fucking people injured. That's crazy.
On Friday, some in critical condition, and in fact, according to NPR, 13 were still in the hospital Saturday afternoon. And notably, while all of this was happening, right, while you have Travis performing, you have fans trying to get the attention of Travis, security, or really anyone to help. As far as more of a timeline and a breakdown, you have the Washington Post reviewing videos taken by fans at that show and finding that around 9:12 that night, a group of fans were already screaming for help while Travis was performing. The Post also syncing some of the videos up with Travis's performance, and at one point, while Travis was asking fans to make noise for a person sitting in a tree, people in the crowd were chanting for a medic.
I see somebody in the tree. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Make some noise for my boy right there, hanging in the tree right there.
Okay, I have never been to a concert like that before. I honestly never been to a like concert where it has like 50,000 people on there. So I don't know, and I haven't been like on the stage performing, so I don't know. I'm gonna give the charitable like like response right now and saying that he probably did not hear them. That's my most charitable that I can give this, that he probably did not hear them saying they need help and they need a medic.
There's also footage of fans trying to alert the camera crew that was filming the show for Apple Music. At one point, we see one fan even arguing with other concert goers who didn't seem to care that he was telling them that people were dying in the crowd. With this happening as Scott paused the show upon seeing flashing lights in the crowd, but then resumed it after asking fans to put their hands up if they were ready.
Two hands to the side. Two hands to the side. Two hands up, y'all. Two hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me, let's go.
People noting that's not the only time that Travis paused, pointing out he had stopped a song to tell security a fan had passed out and told them to help, and then continued performing. Also later at around 9:43, a group of fans began chanting this in the crowd. Stop that show! Stop that show! Stop that show! Stop that show! You know, in the days since, the stories that have been covered...
Again, I don't know how many people said stop the show, but this is more charity. Charity. I'm giving Travis Scott here. I don't know how many people said stop the show, and I don't know how loud they are, because they did seem like they were in the back. But if a lot of people said stop the show, that stops the show. But I don't know. It seemed like there's a possibility of him not hearing them.
Coming from fans have been horrifying. With one telling Rolling Stone, the crowd was moving so violently that people fell on top of us, and when they fell, people fell on top of them. There was layers and layers and layers of people falling. With him adding that he tried to pick up one person who was screaming for help, and then the crowd just moved me, and I saw a wave of people just walk over him. Another person saying it was impossible to breathe, that people began screaming for help or were not heard, there was nowhere to go. He also had someone saying that he tried to tell a group of police officers that a section of people were suffocating and could die, but he was allegedly simply told to calm down, that officers were aware of the situation but were dealing with something else, and saying their calm response bugged me out a little. I tried again, telling them, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but there's people in there who are probably dying. I was basically told to fuck off, just no urgency at all. You also had fans saying that security was just not prepared for what was happening, though regarding that, officials have said that it's too early to tell if security failures were the cause of this, but it will be part of the investigation. What we do know right now is that reportedly there were 505 security staff members, 91 armed private security officers, and 76 Houston PD officers present. There's also been a big debate and conversation over how much
That's
Travis
a lot of cops being there and
and
security.
also be a part of the investigation, though he is facing a lot of
or a decent number,
right
not
now.
a lot.
Saying things like, according to the New York Times, a Houston police chief allegedly visited Travis before the show and conveyed concerns about the energy in the crowd. You also had Fire Chief Pena saying that Travis could have potentially done more to stop the situation, saying the one person who can really call for and get a tactical pause when something goes wrong is that performer. They have the bully pulpit and they have a responsibility. If somebody would have said, hey, shut this thing down and turn on the lights until this thing gets corrected, and that coming from the person with the mic, I think that could have been very helpful. And regarding that, we've seen online many people sharing their...
That is true. Travis Scott could have, like I said, like, this is me not giving him like charity. The charity is gone. Let me put some more non-charity. But yeah, he definitely could have done more when he saw that shit going down. Like he could have stopped the show at least for like, not like, I know he stopped the show for a bit, but he could have stopped it for a decent while, and before starting, and make sure like everything was okay instead of just telling his fans to put their hands in the air. Travis Scott definitely could have done more.
Favorite artist speaking to the crowd and saying, stop this shit, take a step back, make some room, are these people okay? Guys, if you don't do it, there's no show. But on the other side of this, you had Travis's girlfriend, Kylie Jenner, posting an Instagram story saying that they were not aware of any fatalities until the news came on after the show, saying that if they had known, they would have stopped the filming and
could be true, but of course, that could be true that they didn't know. Well, it probably is true that they didn't know people died, like, until after their concert was over, but he saw people faint, and it was a lot of people, and a lot of people screaming for help. So, you know, there's that.
back at her because emergency lights were actually visible in her own Instagram story that she posted. Though actually regarding Kylie, we've seen news outlets facing a lot of backlash regarding how much they've centered their coverage of this tragedy on her. But I mean, you had places like People, as the story was developing on Saturday morning, sending out an article saying, pregnant Kylie Jenner uninjured after Travis Scott AstroWorld incident.
Trash.
8 dead. But also, back to Travis, he posted on his
Yeah, that People
Instagram
article
story
is
saying
trash.
he's
Like,
cooperating with
why
the investigation and
are
praying
you,
for the lives lost.
My fans really
why are you
mean the world to
focusing on
me,
her?
and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on.
Oh, maybe
you know,
I didn't have to react to
stop
it.
the show and, you know, help them get the help they need. I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening.
Which was received well by some, and then also memed and parodied by others who just didn't think that he was being genuine. Travis has also had other responses though, right? He promised to cover the funeral costs for the victims. He also stepped out of an upcoming show
Which
in Vegas.
is
He's also facing pressure to
good.
leave other major gigs like
He didn't
Coachella.
have
But
to do
also,
that,
with all
but
this
it's
news,
good that he did
unsurprisingly,
that.
many have pointed out that Travis actually has a history of chaos at concerts, saying that he's even directly encouraged his fans to display reckless behavior for years. Or with people pointing to things that he's even helped promote out there, like his Netflix documentary, where you actually end up seeing Travis hit with 3 misdemeanor charges for inciting a riot, disorderly conduct, and endangering the welfare of a minor in 2017 after he invited fans to overpower security and rush the stage, with him later pleading guilty to disorderly conduct and only having to pay $6,000 to 2 people who were injured at the show. But also before that incident, I mean, he pleaded guilty to reckless conduct charges in 2015 after urging fans at Lollapalooza to climb over barricades and onto the stage with him, also encouraging them to flip off security as they did this. That same year, we even saw him stop a concert and order fans to beat a person who apparently tried to take one of his shoes. We've also seen Travis get sued by a concertgoer in 2017 who said that he was left paralyzed after fans pushed him off an upper deck balcony. And actually at that show, another fan even jumped from the same balcony after Travis pointed him out and encouraged him to jump. And there are plenty of examples of Travis basically applauding fans who storm barricades at his shows. And so that's why with all of this, you have many arguing that Travis has had plenty of time, plenty of chances to learn and grow. Right, saying this isn't like a random out of nowhere thing that happened. It was an inevitability for what you've been pushing for. And so now as far as what happens from here, like I said, there is an investigation, but there are also now lawsuits. Some that are now being filed and very likely many more to come. One coming from Houston resident Manuel Souza, who says that he was injured at the event, with him suing Travis Scott, Live Nation, people affiliated with NRG Park, where the concert took place, and Scoremore Holdings. That suit accusing Travis and the other defendants of having a conscious disregard of the extreme risks of harm to concert goers, and adding that Travis essentially encouraged fans to break into the show by tweeting, "Nah, and we still sneaking the wild ones in after AstroWorld sold out." Another lawsuit coming
God,
from
this does look real bad for him. This does look bad.
Suing a similar group of people along with Drake, who appeared during Travis's set. Paredes was allegedly severely injured during the tragedy, and with this, you have a lawyer releasing a statement saying, "There is every indication that the performers, organizers, and venue were not only aware of the hectic crowd, but also that injuries and potential deaths may have occurred." With that suit specifically implicating Drake, saying, as Drake came on stage alongside of Travis Scott, he helped incite the crowd even though he knew of Travis Scott's prior conduct. An attorney, Ben Crump, released a statement last night.
I feel that's a little unfair for Drake. To Drake, you know, like, do we have a video of that? I don't even know if we have a video of that, but if it shows him like specifically saying, "Oh, you need to beat his ass. Oh, you need to come over here and like jump over the fence. Fuck these security guards." But if them saying, "Oh, he incited a riot," what did he say though? Did he say, "Oh, guys, can you jump up and down when you hear this? Can you like put your hands in the air?" Does that count as inciting a riot? Like we don't know. We don't know. And before that, I was about to say, to be fair, again, charity is coming back. It's coming back a little bit. Coming back. Charity is the most charitable I can be. Is that Travis Scott? He didn't like those other incidents. He specifically said to the audience to beat the fuck out of this dude that took his shoe, to storm the barriers to get on stage. He specifically said to do that. In this specific incident, he did not tell the crowd to, gang up on each other, to squish each other, for them to pass out, to trample over people, just to be as most charitable,
saying that he's representing 21-year-old Noah Gutierrez, who apparently tried to help people off the floor of the VIP section, describing the scene as chaotic. But for now, we're gonna have to wait and see what comes from any and all of this. And so with this story, I do want to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts?
You already got my thoughts. Philip DeFranco, you got my thoughts. But yeah, And before we talk more about this and get the final overview on this, I do want to watch this video real quick.
Get that motherfucker, get him. You tried to take my shoe? You want to be a thief?
Oh no. Don't do it, Travis.
Fuck him up. Fuck him
Oh
up.
no.
Fuck him up.
Don't do it. Bro, he's actually hitting this dude.
Fuck him up.
This is bad. This fucked up.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Boo.
Okay, you can boo him.
Boo.
Spitting on him though, is a little much.
Fuck his ass up.
Him getting fucked up is a lot much. Again. And he threw the fucking mic. I forgot he threw the mic. Oh my god. Did he throw it at him? But yeah,
Get that
that does look horrendous and real bad, Travis. Real bad. Before we get this one, here's my next segment over here. But yeah, overall, this is a shit show. We just now got all the names of the people who sadly died in this incident. That's how much information we know so far. Of course, this is a breaking news, and we're getting more and more information as the days and hours pass. So for now, I will not say that it's Travis's fault right now. We don't have enough evidence to point to him and say that it's his fault directly. We can't say he could have done better. 100%, we could say that, but again, we just don't know enough of the evidence. If before then he tweeted out like, "Oh guys, my fans, storm everything, storm." Okay, then it's 100%. Well, not 100% on his fault, but he's definitely at fault for this. But for now, we don't know that is his fault yet. But you know, since this is a ongoing investigation, don't want to say too much on this. Just too much. And you know, that is the end of the segment.